Sarah Jones was asked if he's had any more talks with Tony Romo about his football future. Jerry, have you?
I'm not going to get into that at all, whether we've talked or not. We're at a juncture now that we need to just cool it in our public conversations about what we're going to be doing or not doing there with Tony.
All right, hop behind the wheel of the car, Dave. Jarrett wants us to cool it on talking Tony Romo, but he's not our boss. He's only Tony's. We can do whatever we want. Over the weekend, Dave, Tony Romo was seen hanging out with John Elway, Denver Broncos boss, at House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy's victory party. Does Tony Romo hanging out with Elway mean he's headed to Denver, or do we need to pump the brakes on him?
I might gently touch the gas.
Gently?
I wouldn't rev the engine fully, but I'm telling you, they're not just talking politics in those bow ties. There's no way. Football conversations had to have been had. Absolutely.
Okay.
So if Elway, who I believe went down a very similar road not too long ago, some guy named Peyton Manning.
Oh, yes.
Right?
I recall.
Why don't we just have some food and we'll talk live now? You're talking football. Peyton ended up signing there. John Elway's that guy now. He's that executive now that when he meets with you, I'm not meeting with you so we can dress up in penguin suits and talk about walls and other things that are going on in the country. We're going to talk football. So I think there's a real possibility that Denver is a possible destination for Tony Romo. Again, I wouldn't crank the gas on it. I gently touch that accelerator, and I think there's something here. Again, I don't think it's just a meeting for politics. Right. It's a meeting for football.
What did you make of Jerry's tone?
Jerry's
because
frustrated.
Oftentimes, he's been his own worst enemy in that regard, willingly sharing any information about Tony Romo when asked and what he plans to do with Tony Romo.
We've noticed this week with Jerry that he's getting pissed off with the questions. You know why? Because that's his boy. And it hurts him. It hurts him to do this. He's going to have to let his boy go. Because if he really, look, he can't, what are you going to do? Bench Dak Prescott? That ain't happening.
Right.
So he's stuck between a rock and a hard place because he's like, oh, I want to do the right thing by my guy, my almost son, right, that I love dearly, that I take to my grandson's football games. And I won't be able to do that anymore if he's hanging out with the other woman, John Elway. That's the new lady in his life, right? He's getting courted by Elway. And Elway, normally when he courts, he wants action. So I think there is something there. I think Jarrett is upset knowing that he's going to have to say goodbye to his boy eventually. And I do think that day is going to come.